are back. We are here. We are here. Welcome in. Let me share this. Let me share this live out. To a few people. Okay, I don't want to do that. Okay. Hey, Coach Sunshine, how are you? Welcome in, welcome in. Okay. Oh, hey, Sea King, how are you? I am. Now, this is the part that I'm like, how do I do this? Welcome in. Thank you guys. I'm like, y'all came back. Welcome for joining. Welcome again. Welcome again. I'm super excited that you guys are here. I don't have my phone. Up. Welcome back. It came up this time, you guys. All right. I don't know who's here. As you're coming in, can you tell me where you're tuning in from? Can you also share out this live to your friends, your followers? If you don't know how to do that, the invite button is at the bottom right of your screen. All right, we're just waiting for a few more people to join. All right. Welcome, welcome. All right. Hey, Tiffany, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm trying to see if, hey Shanta, welcome in. Can y'all hear me okay? I forgot to put my mic on. Hey Gabriel, welcome in. Welcome. So as you're coming in, can you tell me where you're tuning in from? Hey, Mr. Silver Fox. I hope this is a mister. Welcome in. Hey, Skeeter, welcome in. Welcome in. So as you're coming in, can you just share out the live, please? Invite your friends and your followers down at the bottom right of your screen. Then we'll get started here in just a second. Let me do here in just a second. Let me do not do. Okay, y'all. Y'all ready to get started? I really am. I'm not gonna be before you too long. Hey, Tasha, welcome in. I am here. Okay. All right. Yes. If you can, please, please, please just share it out. That'll be amazing. Super glad that you guys are here. It's gonna be hard for me to see the chat here in a second, but I don't want to hold you guys. But I am so glad you guys tuned in. I am Coach LaKiesha. Welcome to the Strategy Room. Here we have real talks about systems, business systems, business structure, and all around business. We want to talk about how your business grows, how it functions in order for you to build a sustainable business, not just one that's built for profit, basically, but one that is built for exactly how you're wired, not just built for profit. Because you can't have both, right? It's not just one or the other. Welcome in, Shay. I see Shay join. Marcella M23. Welcome in, welcome in. So if you're just joining, oh, hey, Pasu, welcome in. So if you're just joining, and can you just let me know where you're joining from? Can you drop that in the chat so that I can see? I want to know who is in the room. I would love to know who is in the room. All right. Okay. So as I said, what was that? Oh, thank you, Coach Claudette. C King, I'm calling you that, but her name is Coach Claudette. I would love to know. I don't know how to. Oh, here we go. Copy link. Give me a second. So this morning, I went to somewhere to take with my mom. She had a photo shoot this morning. So she's like, are you going to come on live later? And I'm like, yeah. So I got mom. She had a photo shoot this morning. So she's like, are you going to come on live later? And I'm like, yeah. So I got her via text because I think that probably is the only way she was going to get it. So welcome in. Thank you guys so much for joining. If you are just coming in, tell me where you're tuning in from. I want to know who's in the room, where you guys are joining from. Again, my name is Coach LaKiesha, and welcome to the Strategy Room. This is where we have real talks about system structure and building businesses that work for who you are and how you're wired. So pull up a chair. We're going to have a very interesting discussion on a great topic today. I help CEOs build businesses that are profitable and sustainable, but also that work for who they are and how they are naturally wired. So if you're just joining, as I said, you can put in the comments. I'd love to see where you guys, hey, Trey 3, where you guys are tuning in from. So we're going to be here for probably about 45 minutes. And so I got something really, really, really good to talk to you guys about today. So, all right. So, y'all, if y'all could tap the screen as well, that'll be great. So if you're new here, if you could go ahead and follow, you do that. If it says by my picture up at the top, follow, go ahead and click that follow button. And then what you're going to do is click on the heart next to my name above. And then if you already follow, click on the heart. It's going to open up an engagement box. And what that engagement box does, it helps both you and me. That is where you can get your daily heart me. And what your daily heart me is literally like a check-in, right? And so what it does, it really provides you with engagement points so that it just helps with engagement points for you on the app, right? It helps me as well as a live host. So once you tap that, just follow the prompts. Once you tap the heart, just follow the prompts. Hey, Lavelle, the actor. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. Just follow the prompts and drop a comment too. Tis why I asked for you to tell us where you're tuning in from. Just drop a comment, right? And so that actually gives you your total number of engagement points for the day. All right. But I really want to know where you guys are tuning in from. All right. Y'all ready? That really locks you guys in as far as your engagement points for the day with me in this live. So welcome in Rev Cat, North Carolina present, all and ready. Awesome, perfect. Thank you guys so much for engaging and commenting and sharing. I don't think I've said this in a while. Charmed one, hey, how are you? If you are, thank you. Thank you, Pasu. So if you're just tuning in, if you could share out this live to your friends and your followers, that would be great. I appreciate it so much. All right, so today we're going to get started. Hey, uniquely now, how are you? Welcome in. If you're just coming in, can you tell me where you're tuning in from? Just drop that in the chat. Go ahead and follow, comment, do all the things. All right, so let's get started. So today we're going to talk about a great topic. We're going to talk about execution paralysis. Okay, so tell me, like, what do you think of when I say execution paralysis? What is it that you think about? Hey, just a girl, welcome in. Thank you, Pasu, for reposting the live. All right. Tell me what you think about. One word that comes to mind. I can't even see. Kester music. All right. Oh. Hot and heavy. Hard to pull the trigger. Okay. Very good. Overthinking. Agree. Both of those. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. Okay, Goddess Capra. Maybe they're supposed to be almost Capricorn, but welcome in. All right. So yes, both of those things. So when we talk about execution paralysis, listen, we're talking about, here's the thing, is that you know exactly what you need to do. Okay. You've known for a long time, weeks, maybe even months. You have a list of what you need to do. Okay. You have the ideas. You have actually the vision. You literally have everything, but you're not doing it. Okay. And the longer it sits, the heavier it gets because you're not doing anything with it. Okay. That is what we call execution paralysis. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. Here's what's actually going on when this is what's actually going on and how you move through it. We're going to help you to get past that today, right? Okay. So the first reason that you may have, can y'all keep tapping the screen, please? All right. So the first reason why you may have execution paralysis is because you have unclear priorities. Can y'all jot that in the chat? Unclear priorities. Right. So what happens is that, and I don't know, a lot of people can relate to this, right? I think I know I can. Everything feels urgent. So when everything feels urgent, then actually nothing gets done. Okay? I don't know what the goal is up there. Yes. Hey, Niche the nurse. Welcome in. Yes. So when everything feels urgent, then nothing actually gets done. So can you relate to that? That's when, it gets heavy. It feels very overwhelming, which is a word that in certain spaces we don't use, right? It's overwhelming, but that's what happens. Oh, my light. Is that it feels overwhelming, and so you get stuck, right? In not executing on anything. Okay? So here's some what do you call signs that this might be your issue. You might have unclear priorities. Hey, Betty Harrison. You have a to-do list of items, a long to-do list, 20 items, or more, like you just have all these items on your to-do list, but they all feel equally important. Does anybody have that feeling, like you have a hard time deciphering, okay, what's the priority, what needs to get done first? So it's like everything is the priority, but when everything is a priority, then actually nothing is the priority. Nothing is the priority. Everything feels urgent, so nothing can be urgent, right? And so the brain, when that happens, your brain literally stalls and it doesn't know where to start, so it doesn't start at all. It just doesn't do anything. Okay, so drop a 1 in the chat if you feel this. Drop a 1 in the chat if this is something that you've experienced, or that you kind of feel like, yeah, that you understand, that this resonates with you. Okay. So what happens is that, when everything seems to be a priority, your brain stalls, and then that's when you end up scrolling. That's when you end up reorganizing your desk, or, just walking away, going to clean the kitchen, just doing something. Oh, hey, Uncle Dozier. Yeah, welcome in. This is why you end up just doing some random stuff. Hey, Miss Tracy, welcome in. Because your brain, you know what I'm saying, it can't prioritize, it's stalled, right? And so that's when you end up doing that. You doing something easy, like you're doing an easier task that doesn't really move the needle in your business, right? Or in life, because of the fact that your brain is like buying time, right? Good to see you. Welcome in. Your brain is buying time because it doesn't have a clear direction. Miss Tracy, we're talking about execution paralysis today. We're talking about getting you unstuck, moving forward today. Okay, that's what we're talking about. So like I said, I'll say the question is that how many have a to-do list, right? Love you. Okay, so how many of you have a to-do list right now that feels very overwhelming? That you have so much on it that, and it's not moving. Hey, Miss Tracy, if you can share out the live, that would be great. And if you're still here and available, can you go ahead and hit that heart and follow me, please? All right. So, okay. Thank you. All right. So this is what happens, right? When you have, the first thing is unclear priorities. Okay. So the thing about this is that because your brain can't process, your brain is literally stalling because it's on overload, it's too much, and you're having a hard time prioritizing. The fix here is not to do more. It's not doing more. The fix is actually deciding what matters most this week or even today, right? Especially if you got like a super duper long to-do list, right? The goal or the fix here is to decide what matters the most this week, not this month, not this quarter, this week. 3 things. That's it. Just pick 3. Thank you. All right, it's good to see you. Thank you so much. Thank you for stopping in, Uncle Dozier. Okay, so here's the thing is that what we want to do is just pick 3 things. 3 things that is going to move the needle forward. Not busy work, not something that is just you're going to do. Hey, Pastor B, welcome in. Because the thing is that sometimes we just want to push the needle. We just want to do something. Even for myself as an operator, look it. It's Shirley Ackland, y'all. That's my mom. Welcome, mommy. Hey. So we want to, as an operator, even in my own business, I always have to catch myself, right, from just like doing the easy stuff, doing the things that come natural for me, right? Instead of really doing the things that can push the needle, that are going to push the needle forward in my business, right? So those are the things that you got to really be focused on. Those are the things we want to help you to Lord knows. But here's the thing is that, Miss Tracy, sometimes it's just what it is. Everything is equally important. I said that earlier, like when it comes to unclear priorities, it's really the thing that everything feels urgent. Everything feels important. So it's really hard to choose what you should do because it all feels super duper important. So then you don't know. Like, okay, what do I do next? What do I do first? I don't know. So the thing is that you want to pick 3 things, right? Give your brain one clear entry point so that stops stalling and moving forward, right? So we use this in the community that one of the communities that I coach in, right? We use a system of a daily top 3. What that is that you pick 3 things that you're going to do that day. Each day, 3 things. And then you're going to, let's see if I could do this real quick. And then what you do is tell yourself 3 action steps that you're going to do to complete this one goal. So you give yourself 3 goals. And then, let's see. No. Let's see. Okay, I'm making you a moderator, Coach Claudette. Yes. 3 things that you're going to accomplish that day. And then you get it done in 3 steps. If it takes more than 3 steps to get that thing done, you got to break it down even smaller. Right? Because see, I think sometimes we do this. We do the easy things, right? Because that gives us quick wins. That gives us like, it's just easy. And so we need quick wins. Absolutely. But sometimes you need the wins that's going to give you a win, not just something quick. You need something that's going to give you a real win. Okay. All right. So let's talk about number 2. And I think somebody else already said this. Hey, LaShawn, welcome in. because I asked, when we talk about execution paralysis, what do you think about? And somebody already said about overthinking. Mm-hmm. And so that is really something that happens when we talk about execution paralysis, overthinking. Okay. So it's almost like in this that you're waiting to feel ready before you start, instead of just starting, instead of just deciding that you're going to go ahead and start. Okay. All right. So a lot of times we disguise overthinking as what? Y'all tell me what y'all think that the overthinking is disguised as. I'm a wait. Uh-huh. Yes, perfection. What else? Let's see. Woo! All P words, yes. That too. Procrastination. That's right, Miss Tracy. That happens. Frustration. I can see that because you're not moving, but you're frustrated, so you overthinking. Absolutely. Or you're frustrated, so you're overthinking. Absolutely. Hey, Honey Bear, welcome in. Okay. I'll be getting these invites. Okay, restoring you. Hey, welcome in. Okay. So if you're just joining, can you tell me where you're joining from? You can just drop that in the comments, please. Okay. So it's also it can definitely be disguised as those things. Oh hey, Debbie the Great. Yes. Planning. That's what preparation. You keep being prepared, right? To get, hey, Atlanta, Georgia. Okay. Y'all, I'm gonna keep saying that because I'm just happy she's here. That's my Baba. That's my Baba. So y'all just say, hey mom, y'all go follow her too. We had a I didn't know you were in Oklahoma City. She had a little photo shoot this morning, and I went over there. She was looking so cute. So yeah, y'all go follow her. Okay. So yes, preparation. We are researching. We are, we telling ourselves that we're doing more research, more refining of the plan. We're waiting, for the right time. We're doing all of that. Okay. But really, what's happening is that you're waiting to feel certain before you move. And certainty that's not really how that thing works, right? Certainty doesn't come before action. It comes after. I'm going to let that sink in. Hey, Natalie, welcome in. We're talking about execution paralysis today. I'm going to say that again. What we're talking about, okay, so we said that overthinking a lot of times is disguised as preparation. Or we getting ready. You know what I'm saying? But we tell ourselves that we're doing more research, more refining the plan, more waiting for the right time, all of that before we move. But see, what's really happening, right, is that we're waiting to feel certain before we move. But certainty does not come before the action. Certainty most times comes after. So So when we talk about overthinking, okay, y'all, it's really overthinking. I just want y'all to know this is really rooted in fear. Hey Maxwell, welcome in. I know y'all kind of figured that, and sometimes we don't really want to talk about it, think about it, but it's really rooted in fear, right? Because we might have a fear, and it's not just never. It's not. It could be failure, but it also could be success. It also could be getting it wrong, judgment from others. Oh, and this is a big one. Investing and it not really working out. Like you invest in your time, you invest in your resources, you're investing all the things and it's not working or it doesn't work. Okay. And then sometimes this has happened in the past, right? And then we bring that, I call that like business PTSD, right? We bring that fear that, oh, I did it this way and it didn't happen, it didn't go the way I wanted to. So we take this into our next time or in our next venture or whatever it is that we start again, right? And so yeah, so it's really definitely rooted right in fear. So let me ask, okay, so what things have you been thinking about for more than 90 days that you still have not started yet? Anything? I appreciate you guys for liking the live, sharing it out, doing all the things. As people are coming in, welcome. Okay. Anything that you haven't started in the last 90 days or that anything that you've been thinking about for more than 90 days that you have not moved on yet? That you've not just at least started? It's me, Amy B. Ooh, training for your business. Okay, so you got to develop some training. Is that what you're saying, Miss Tracy? Welcome in, Miss. It's me, Amy B. Love you. Okay. So, everybody that's just joining, we're talking about execution paralysis, right? Where the point that we're talking about right now is overthinking, and so okay, I just can't get into it. The state has done so many cuts. It's taking, ooh, yeah. But here's the thing. This is sometimes what I have to remember, okay? And I know we talk about this, in the uplift room, is that, like, do you not think that you're gonna face some opposition, right? When you're trying to do something good, something that's gonna change your life, your legacy, anything like that, do you not think that it's gonna come with opposition? And so sometimes it's not about passion. Sometimes you just got to push through because it's for somebody else. They need what you're doing. Okay? All right. All right. Keep tapping, you guys. Share out the live, please. All right. Anything else y'all want to drop? Me and my little accountability group, that's Pasu, and I love what I do. I own a child care facility, but it's getting, yeah, yearly. It's, all the regulations, all the things that you have to do in order to maintain, right, what you have to do. Yes, I got you. The training that they require for you to do. All right. Okay, thank you guys for getting the 10K taps. I appreciate it so much. Okay, so here's the antidote to overthinking. Okay, this is what you got to do. You got to give yourself a decision deadline. Give yourself a date by which you will have taken the first step. Okay, not finished, just taking the first step. I know that's what we do. We want to have it all done and mapped out, and you know what I'm saying, but we just identify your first step and a date by which you want to have that done. Okay. So here's the thing. It's like, it's done poorly beats done perfectly every single time. I own the fact that I am a perfectionist because I want to do it right. I want to do it right the first time. So I own that. I'm not going to do nothing poorly now. I'm going to get it done. It's going to be right. Okay. That's the part about it. But the whole point is just not to, to overthink to the point of paralysis, not to overthink. Hey, Kevin, welcome in. Not to, overthink to the point of not moving. Right. So here's the thing is that you can't, thank you, Amy. You can't refine something that doesn't exist. Okay. So here's the thing. I was working with a client once that wanted to start a program. He wanted to do like a 90-day, 6-week, 8-week training program, right? And so he would tell me the vision, changing my career path. Oh, well, I definitely am like, thank you, honey. I appreciate you so much, Amy B, for hitting that in my gift gallery. Definitely, Miss Tracy. We will be in prayer with you about this. Your next steps that God will illuminate your path, tell you exactly what it is that you need to do. And while you're doing that, also give you favor, right? As it relates to your trainings and meeting your requirements until he answers what it is that you, until he gives you the answers to your next step or your next path. Okay. All right. Hey, Speak with Joy. Welcome in. Okay. So I was saying, absolutely. So I was saying that I was working with a client who wanted to start like a program. He wanted me and actually C King. He wanted us to help him to execute his mentorship program. It was like a 60-day, 90-day program, right? And so he was able to articulate what he wanted to look like in the future. Like once he did this, then he got like, I wanted to be like Tony Robbins. And I'm like, okay, that's amazing. Okay. But you got to start somewhere. Like we have to start here and you got to execute this so that we can refine it. Just run it, like you ain't got to, let's just run it. Don't, don't worry about it not being good enough. Don't worry about none of that. We got to run it so that way we can perfect it. That way we can know what people are actually desiring or needing, or what works for your audience. So you gotta put some skin in, you gotta get some reps, right? You gotta do that so that you know. Okay. So that's why we can't overthink it. Okay. That is why overthinking, it doesn't give us the data that you need. It doesn't give you the data so that you can give people what they need, right? Okay. So the gym reference. Listen, you gotta get them reps in. Gotta get them in. Even for myself, like, I would do these, I have these group activities. I have these group things that are trainings or workshops and stuff like that, and people wouldn't come. And so I would not get on and do them. Because I'm like, nobody's registered. I'm not going to come, right? I'm not going to show up. That's not how this works. The more you got to get your reps in, right? So that's why I'm like, okay, you got to get on and record. You got to talk to yourself. Hence why I'm not talking to myself right now, but you got to prepare, and you got to do it. You got to do it and keep doing it so that you are prepared for when that time comes, when people, find you. Okay. All right. So first reason for execution paralysis was, y'all tell me in the chat for those that were here. Oh, wait. Okay. Oh, thank you. Speak with joy. Fear. So thank you for lighting up that gift gallery, that gift in the gallery for me. Okay. Mommy. Y'all, that's my mama. That's my mama. Y'all go follow her if you can. Yay! Thank you. Okay. All right. I was telling them, y'all, I wasn't on the stream that much this morning because we had Mommy had a photo shoot this morning. And so I went over there to help her be her little person, so we had a good time. Okay. So the first one, unclear priorities. She said, why? Why what? That's the first one. Unclear priorities. That is when everything feels urgent and nothing gets done. Okay. The second one is overthinking. That's when you're waiting to feel ready instead of just deciding. I'm going to tell them afterwards. Okay. Afterwards. She like, why did I have a photo shoot? Because Mama wrote a book. See, I'm trying to get them to follow you, Mom. Y'all go follow her. She wrote a book, or she's writing a book. And so she was taking her pictures for her book and for her release party, like for all the things, So, yeah. Very exciting. Okay. So the last one is no structure. Thank you for putting that in the chat, Coach Claudette. No structure. Because good intentions without a system does not produce results. It just don't do it. That's number 3. No structure. Because here's the thing, is that you can be motivated, you could be clear, you could be all that and still not execute. Because if there's no structure to execute inside of, like, if you have no structure, then you're just going to be sitting. So no leaping, Joy. Listen, sit still. Put your seatbelt on. Joy always feeling real leapy. So, but yeah, so if there's no structure, to execute inside of. So structure is actually what turns intention into action. Okay? Intention into action on a Tuesday morning when you don't feel like it. If you know me, Amy B, for a minute, I've kind of relaxed on this, but I am very intentional, very I have a system that I use to create my ideal, hey Timmy the Psalmist, my ideal week, right? I lay out my week. I have time blocks, I have structure in place, right? And so for a long time, Amy would be like, are you going to get on a lot? This is my workout time, okay? I can't, this time is dedicated for something, right? And so, and I have found having that structure keeps me productive. Okay. Because otherwise I'll be sitting there scrolling, or doing something else, finding something else to do. Okay. So, like I said, in practice, structure looks like, okay, protected time. You use your time blocks. Having a weekly planning session. I typically do my ideal week for the quarter. I oftentimes have to revisit it one quarter to the next because that quarter just don't, now it's just like, this is not working. So I have to make adjustments to what my time looks like based on what I have going on, right? Then it's a simple task management system or decision about what gets done first within the first 2 hours of your day or whatever time, right? Hey, Miss Max Styles, welcome in. So here's the thing, okay. Let me ask this question. So do you have a dedicated time in your week where you complete your highest priority work? Or does it just get squeezed in whenever around everything else? Do you? Hey, Barbara. So welcome in. See, yeah, do you have dedicated, little squeeze, okay. Little squeeze. So you don't know how do you prioritize your time, Coach C? So I'll check out what. So for me, right, I tend to have I like a chill morning. If I can be perfectly honest, I like to ease into my morning. Hey, Coach Williams, welcome in. I like to ease into my morning. I don't, wake up boom, boom. That's not really me, right? Okay. But here's the thing is you got to know that that's not really you, right? Mommy works at 2:00. She wake up in the middle of the night and she does her best work in the wee hours of the morning. That ain't my ministry. I probably would say that my best focus time is 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. And so the goal for me is to take advantage. Coach Williams, we're talking about execution paralysis today. And so we had 3 points or 3 reasons for that happening. 1 is unclear priorities. 2 is overthinking. And we're talking about number 3 is no structure. So we're talking about structure and what that looks like practically. So my peak time for work is 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. So in my schedule, in my day, I block that time off for me to do things that require my full focus. Does it always get done? Do I always protect my time that way? No. But it makes me very aware or conscious of the fact that, sis, you got something you're supposed to be doing right now. You got something that this is where you focus. This is your time. Okay. So a lot of times we do things we're because we don't feel like it. We're not motivated. We're waiting, right, on the feeling in order to move. But motivation is a feeling. Structure, on the other hand, is a decision. Structure is a decision. Our feelings, y'all know this, they fickle. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you feel like doing something, other times you just may not. But decisions hold. When I tell y'all, after we did this, after I was on set behind the scenes with Mama today, I got home and I'm like, man, I would love for a nap, a holy nap to be my portion. I would love to. But I was like, okay, you know what? You can take a nap after you're live because you committed to doing this during this time. And, you know, sometimes you don't be feeling like peopling. Okay, hey, Pastor ATJ, right? But here's the thing is that decision, you make a decision. You know your time, this is the structure. You know your time is accounted for, right? That you plan to do something during this time and you do it. It's a decision, not a feeling. Okay? So here's the thing is that you don't need more motivation, right? You need a structure that works even when motivation isn't there. Even when you don't have the motivation, you need structure because that's what's going to help you get things done, right? Hey, Mary Lopez, how are you? Welcome in. Okay. So, has this been helpful? Execution paralysis, it isn't a motivation problem. It's really a clarity and a structure problem. So once you get clear, right, on what matters most and build simple structure around it, then you start moving. Yep. Then you start moving. So the structure is very important because left to our own, we'll be doing just we'll be flowing, and sometimes the flowing don't flow. Okay. All right. So before we go to questions, any comments or anything like that, if you've gotten value from this, I want you to go ahead and share it out. I want you to follow or grab your heart me if you have not done that already. It really helps me absolutely to reach more people. It helps you and your community as well. And tap the screen. Keep tapping. Thank you, Mommy, for sharing the live. Just keep tapping the screen, right? So that just sends the love to the room. That's it. Okay. So, anybody have any questions? Let's get into questions. Tell me what came up for you as we were talking through this. Any points of takeaway that really resonated with you, go ahead and just drop your comments so that we can chat about them, just to reinforce the learning. Hey, Amy, Alexander, welcome in. Any questions? Thoughts? Sometimes I'm watching for them to come through. But here's the thing is that, like, this is really for me too, right? This is really for me too. Sometimes we all need a reminder as to what is working, what is not, what we need to be doing differently. There are things that, even in my business right now, that I'm working through and that I'm not necessarily pushing forward at the speed that I should or at the rate that I should. And that's really because of execution paralysis, right? It's like, oh my goodness, it seems like so large, so much, don't know what to do, so I'm not doing anything. Okay. All right, you're welcome, Coach C. Glad I could give some solutions. So tell me, is there one thing that you feel like you can implement today? One thing that you can take away that you can do something with today. Thank you, Miss Tracy, for liking the live. Oh, and thank you, Mom, for sharing. Was this good for you? Mommy? Because we be talking about stuff. Okay. I don't want to rush out. Oh. Add more structure to my day by planning. Okay. Very good. Yeah, I think the thing is, so when it comes to sometimes, okay, so the goal is not to just have like complete structure in your day where you don't have flexibility, right? But I think the goal is one for awareness. Like if you know that it's something that you it really makes you aware, like, okay, I said I was gonna do this during this time, right? I said I was gonna work on my book for 2 hours. At least you know, one, you're gonna get those 2 hours in, right? And so that helps you really just with productivity, right? But it also gives you permission to leave, like walk away when you said, because you like, okay, I did my 2. You earn your free time. That's what I'm trying to say. You earn your free time. So you're like, oh, okay, I could chill because I worked on my book for 2 hours. I did exactly what it was that I said I was going to do today. And now I could sleep for the rest of the day if I wanted to. Because I did what I was purposed to do. And so that, I believe, is for me, right? The point is that, okay, hey, hashtag Johnny Clay, welcome in. I think that is the point, right? It's not just to create the structure just so you have structure, not just to have to create the structure, but really just to bring awareness, right? At one time I did have notifications on my phone for my time blocks. So I would say, okay, right now you're supposed to be having, you're supposed to be in a meeting, or you're supposed to have this, but so that way I knew what was coming. And then even if I was still working on something else from the next block, I had the choice, either you continue on to what you're doing or you don't, but I still had awareness, like, you have this, you dedicated this time to do this, and not just me spending my time not with no structure. So tell me this: do y'all find? I hear people say this all the time, that they feel like they're more productive when they're busier. When they have a lot to do, when people have a lot to do, then they feel like they're more productive. Agree or disagree? Drop it in the comments. All right. Hey, welcome in, Captain somebody. I can't see you. What do you say? I would agree. Uh-huh. Mm. Yeah. Right. Because busyness is not supposed to feel like that. Yes, agreed. It sometimes, but it may lead to stagnation, right? Because you have too many irons in the fire and you not focused and you can't move forward in anything because you're just too busy, right? Um, Claudette says most times it's because I'm playing catch up. Yeah, and Joyce says she agreed, but she doesn't like the feeling of busyness. No, nope. Because it feels like strife. That's why. So I think I am one definitely that's like, okay. Here we go, leaping. Did we talk about a leap again? That's why the urge to leap. Oh no, I understand. Been there, been there, been there. But you remember I told the Lord, okay, we're not going to manufacture a situation. Okay? We're not going to manufacture a situation. I'm going to let you do your good work. Uh-huh. Yes. Yes. I'll be ready when you say so, but I'm not going to manufacture this situation. Okay? But yeah, I think it's the I don't know why. I think it's so here's the thing about people saying they're more productive when they have a lot to do, because it forces structure. It forces you to have structure. So that's why you're more productive. So all the things that we talked about, all these time like those, you have to put those things in place in order to be I agree. You have to put those things in place in order to be successful, to get everything done that's on your plate to do. Accountability teams, partners, persons absolutely does help. Absolutely. Hey, Mickey M, welcome in. Yes, having accountability partners do help. I think they help from the standpoint, of course, of productivity, right? Keeping you accountable to what you said that you were going to do. Definitely. Absolutely. So, Mickey, we've been talking about a topic called execution paralysis, right? This is when you know what to do. You know what to do. You got your whole plan, everything mapped out, right? But you're still not moving forward. You're still not doing the thing. That's what we've been talking about. And so we talked about a few reasons why that happens. The first one is, y'all tell me, the first one is unclear priorities. The second one is overthinking. And the third one is no structure. So we're kind of talking about the structure now, finishing up talking about structure. I'm a whole fan of time blocking. So we were answering the question of a lot of people say that they feel that they are more productive if they're busy. If they have a lot to do, they feel like they're more productive. And so my reasoning or thought behind that is just because you have to put the structure in place in order to be able to do everything that you want to do, right? Everything that you need to do, you have to put the structure in place. So if you haven't already, I'm going to listen, put my hand right here because y'all can't see my little light that fell. I'm like, man, how that always happen? Can y'all go ahead and follow or grab your heart me, please, and share out the live. We're getting actually ready to wrap up. I got a bow knot for my live goal. If there's somebody that can help me with that, or because then I'll have to close it out. They tell me I have to close it before the live ends. So does anybody else have any questions or comments before we wrap for today? All right. What is the live goal? Okay. So the live goal is at the top. The little bar is like it has a little pink little thing. It's actually a bow, a knot, a bow tie. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, Natalie. So okay, let me just share this real quick. Hey, Angelica Carter. So welcome in. So the live goal is really essentially what it's set by TT. Okay, during your live. Oh, thank you. It's no problem. I'm just gonna share since Claudette asked what the live goal is. It's just set by TT every time, and it's just the one thing that you it's just a goal that you get for points, tokens, not whatever it is during your live. So typically I typically handle your live goal. Usually it's a heart me. It may, as you continue to progress, it'll increase, right? Whatever that is. And so that's what it is. So always, just ask. Well, you would want to ask people to do that as well, if possible. Okay. Oh, listen. Oh, thank you. Thank you. You sent a galaxy. Okay, do your good work. All right. Any other questions? Thank you so much, Coach Claudette. You're a blessing to my life. Any other questions that you have? Any comments, anything y'all want to share, have conversation off topic? Just feel free to reach out. You can DM me if you need any help. All right. Okay, I think Amy B had to leave, but I have to find me a new, I got to find me some way creative to leave. She says she's going to help me with that. When is the next live? Okay. Thank you for that. So I'll be back Friday at 2. So my live times are Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. And so, we're going to talk about the one thing. The one thing focus. Okay. What's that? That's a book. Maybe I can find it and pin it to my cart. Is it not Coach Claudette? Yes. So we're talking about. Oh, she said she's going to get me right. Okay, get her right. Yes. So it's called the one thing. That's what I thought. Yeah. So that's what we're going to talk about. Focusing on the one thing. We talked about that a little bit today, having all. Oh, let me time these. Joy. Listen, I feel like you have a lot of lives on your time block. Okay? I feel like you got a lot of lives in your schedule. So, you know, I ain't gonna be mad if you listen, because you got stuff to do. I already know. But yes, the book is called The One Thing. We're gonna talk about that a little bit next time. It's really about focus. It's really, you know, putting all of your I am your people. It's really putting your energy and your efforts into the execution of this one thing so that you can move on, right? So that's what we'll be talking about next time. So if y'all don't have any more questions, I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and we will see you during our next one, Friday at 2 p.m. Love y'all so much. Yes. The One Thing by Gary Keller. Thank you for looking that up and sharing. All right. Y'all have a good one.